What's good, everybody? It's your boy Warren Williams. Today, I'm back with another video, and this one, I think it's time to do it. I'm trying to just get this list out the way. Top 10 list in the NBA. My top 10. And I have reasons for why I say things I say. Some of them, I know one of them is going to be like, what? Heck no. Some of them, some people will probably be like, I can respect. All right? So I'm finna go ahead and get into it. So number one, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, in my opinion, was definitely a very impactful athlete. Michael Jordan, statistically speaking, a lot of people are just like, oh, Michael Jordan can only score, when it's just like, him scoring, him with good defense, and then the Chicago Bulls, with what they needed from him, that's all you needed to do. He was winning. So you can't say that, oh, Michael is a scrub, when what he was doing was working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my number one. We don't have to really get into his accolades. Number two, LeBron. LeBron has done a lot. Now, I want to make something clear. If you have LeBron on your number one, as your number one, I have no problem with that. To me, I just feel like LeBron, he needs to get some more championship rings. I feel like if he wants to get, to me, if he's gonna get in my number one, you got to get as many rings as Jordan, because after that, accolades, you got it. And I already know, and the MVPs are important to me a little bit, but we already know voter fatigue happens. LeBron should have more MVPs than he already has, but that's just the way the NBA is. Some fans just pick and choose, and people like a good storyline. Number three, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem is number two on the scoring list, but he was number one for 38 years. So as long as LeBron has lived, he held that title. I think Kareem is definitely a good player. I also think as well, like the Lakers run, I'm definitely going to credit him to, I think, 3 of those rings while he was on the Lakers. I don't blame him for going to the Lakers. What happened in Milwaukee wasn't really helping him out, wasn't really giving him that many stars, for one. Two, religiously, the religion is an important thing, especially how you live your life in a city. You got to, like, if people don't accept you and your team's doing bad, you really think, what am I doing here? Why am I staying? So I don't have no problem with Kareem saying, I want to go to the Lakers. I want to go to Hollywood, where I'm going to be accepted, where I can play, and I'm playing for a good franchise. No problem with that. And it's not like he could predict that, Magic Johnson was going to appear on his lap, and then Magic was going to help him get those rings. All right. Excuse me. Kareem definitely has the accolades. He has the rebounding, scoring, champions, and everything. I think the resume makes him good enough to be on number 3. Number 4, this is going to be a very controversial topic, but I'm definitely on Legend of Winning, low on the train of Tim Duncan. Number 4. Tim Duncan has the most all defensive team selections. He has over 10 all NBA selections. I think maybe 12, 14. He has MVPs. He has 5 championships. He did it all on one team. He made a difference. He wasn't the most exciting player, but hey, you don't have to be the most exciting player in order to, be one of the best, as we've seen from Jokic. Because, okay, let me look at the resume. Shout out to Hoopsy Loopsy. It's an Instagram page that puts in the resume visuals of a player. I'm trying to find Tim Duncan's right quick. I know he has it. Shoot, I remember past it. I need to put on my glasses. Okay. Tim Duncan has 3 Finals MVPs, 2 MVPs, 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 50-time All-Defense. He was a rookie of the year, and he is part of the 25K point club and 10K rebound club. I think he has all the things that I think Tim Duncan has just about a good resume. I think he scratches off all the criteria for OGs. He did all this on one team. He won on the same team. Never switched up. The Spurs weren't winning before him. I don't think they were winning before him because David Robinson didn't win by himself in his prime while he was at the Spurs. Spurs started winning when he got there. Afterwards, they haven't really been winning. So Tim Duncan was definitely a good guy. Tim Duncan was definitely a pivotal piece for the Spurs, and especially the history in the NBA. And that's why I have him over Kobe. Kobe, good guy. Kobe, we don't really have to talk about too much. He definitely has the all-defensive team selections and everything, and he did everything on one team. But to me, I feel like, okay, Tim Duncan's resume kind of overexceeds Kobe's. But Kobe is definitely top 5. Tim Duncan's number 4, Kobe's top 5. My number 6 is Magic Johnson. Magic was a good player. Magic definitely was a good playmaker. He was okay on defense, but nevertheless, winning. He had all the right pieces. Like I said, don't tell me about the super team thing because guess what? Most of those players that he had on that roster drafted or maybe like one trade. You couldn't really trade like that like we do now, people. So we're going to get that out of the way. But I will talk about what I think a super team is. Or I have 2 different types of super teams in my opinion, okay? But Magic Johnson, number 6. Number 7 is Larry Bird. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, impact was good. It was great. Their rivalry and the way they played definitely saved the NBA. But not only that, both of them got wins, but I feel like Magic outshines Larry Bird. And Larry Bird and Magic pretty much had the same team, not same team, but teams that kind of were equal to one another. So you couldn't say that Larry didn't have good players, or you couldn't say Magic didn't have good players because they had a lot of legendary players. Number 8, Bill Russell. Don't tell me about the plumber argument because I'm going to tell y'all straight up about, that was basketball, okay? That was basketball. Now, basketball has revolutionized and everything, but back then that was basketball. That was all you knew about basketball. All right? And Bill Russell dominated. And the reason why he dominated with the Celtics, I looked at the documentary. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. They dominated because they didn't care nothing about what society was like. They were going to put a black man on that roster because they knew, okay, he was good. That's literally it, people. They did an all-black roster. I think they were the first ones that do an all-black roster. They didn't care because guess what? At the end of the day, they were winning. And I think Bill Russell is definitely a good player, and I think he defined everything that a center is today. That's why I put him at number 8. Number 9, I got Steph Curry. Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time. Has the rings, the accolades. He's done it all on the same team. A lot of people want to say, oh, he didn't do it on the same team. He didn't do it on the same team. Well, Curry did it on the same team. He's got 4 rings. And I think I like Curry a lot because I think, for one, he has the accolades to get him to the top 10. Not only that, I feel like Curry is just a player that you could just win with. Like, Curry, these are the players I like. The players that don't care how they win as long as they win. Curry doesn't care how he wins as long as he wins. He don't care if it's easy. He don't care how hard it is. He's okay with it being easy because guess what? Can't say I didn't get it done. He's been in a system with Kevin Durant. Still was a good player. He was in a system without Kevin Durant. Still was a good player. 2 times. 2 times he won with Kevin Durant. 2 times he didn't. The Warriors are a good roster. They're a good lineup. And guess what? most of their players, the main players, drafted. You can't tell me that, they got this guy from this team, that one. No. Most of the players are just drafted. All right. And at number 10, Shaquille O'Neal. The reason why I have Curry over Shaq, I feel like Shaq, in his career, he did good. He did excellent. 4 rings and everything. But I feel like the back end part of his career is where it's like, yeah, I got to draw the line. In my opinion, I got to draw the line because the one thing about Shaq, I feel like he could have got more championships. I think he definitely could have got a lot more accolades. I think he could have, his career in the backhand part of it after the Lakers could have been a lot better. I just think that at that point, he was just satisfied with, him having rings, got the MVP. He's made all defensive teams 3 times. And then at that point, basketball was just But I'm not going to exclude him like for that backhand part because he was old. For one, he was out of shape. He was already a big guy, he was already a big guy, and he wasn't really like out of shape as much in his prime years. I think I saw footage that said that was the best shape he was in his life, was his prime years in the Lakers when they went for that three-peat. But I feel like if he was in shape, for a lot of the majority of the teams, they definitely would have had a better chance. And then he said he wanted to go to Cleveland, help LeBron get a championship. Couldn't do it if you're big and you're slow. All right, out of shape. You're already a big guy, Shaq. You're out of shape. Once you're out of shape, can't really jump that high as you used to. Can't really run as fast as you used to because Shaq was moving. He wasn't no slow guy, okay? He'd keep up. But, yeah, the backhand part of Shaq's career is really the denominator for him, for me. Curry, he's been, I think his prime year, he's still kind of, he's still balling. He's still got more to go. But I think right now, Curry's career is going to overexceed Shaq's. And the impact that Curry has made, I feel like is bigger than Shaq. Because Curry just revolutionized three-point shooting. Now, don't say he's the guy who's making these kids do wild shots. No, he's not telling these kids to do wild shots. Curry was just doing his game. Excuse me. Curry was just doing his game. That was his game. All right? Curry was doing his game, and it was working. And like I said, he don't care who's on the team. His pride doesn't get in the way. That was another thing about Shaq. Shaq let his pride get in the way. Especially when it was obvious that, okay, need to pass the torch to Kobe. Pass the torch to Kobe because Kobe wants it more than you at this point. It was just obvious, okay? But that's all I have to say. This is my top 10 list. I also have lists of best point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, centers, most underrated, underachieved, best errors, best duos, and a top 10 list currently right now, which it may change. My top 10 list changes, of course, with the current, because, some players are injured. Some players kind of rise above others, in my opinion. But those are videos for other days. Let me know how you feel about my top 10 list. If you have any arguments, let's do it. Core Undisputed. Let's talk about it, man. Anybody can come on my YouTube channel and, we can have an argument. You can have your takes, all right? So, hope you all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Oh, yeah. And it is, you don't know my letters, but it's Beast Tuesday, so catch y'all later.